the idea was this, to start by ourselves to think that what we should do, what we should really do to make these things better understood and better practiced. So it's quite good question, and I was thinking that this question actually should be analyzed at as many people as possible. So I would like to know here what is the, and it's good to, it doesn't need that Nars is the only person to talk. You can comment and say that, okay, I would like to say something, so you just raise your hand and talk. But let's do that way first. Every group make his own presentation, and then we will, if you have some additional comments, we can take this. So, Narcis.
Thank you to my group to invest me with this authority to present our conclusion. First of all, we concentrate to define what is actually the well-being in our life. And we found that in our life there are some key words which influence in every moment. We talk about our inside internal peace, we talk about the health, we talk about the happiness, we talk about the balance between our spirit and our body. We talk about as well about charity and about serving other people to bring their to be in their lives. The group activity which we can handle to promote such kind of well-being are most concentrated to the message, the importance of the information which we can transfer to our focus person, to our focus group according to their culture, their level of understanding, and create the right message for different group, different influence and different persons, because as you know, we are all different and we understand differently every message. The trainings are also very important when we want to transfer a message, because not only we give the information, but we can assist the person in the deep of understanding to better transfer the knowledge. One other important thing here is to contribute by this message to the education of the person, of the people. Not only transfer the message, but also monitor how this kind of information was accepted and how this message contribute to the well-being of the person. In overall, the information is the most important, and also the education of the person to which we focus on. Those are our conclusions, and if you have some additional opinions, those are welcome.
Lars said something about leadership studies and psychological.
Education in the mediumship, of course, to help people which have or discover to have some kind of privilege. It's good that we can propose to give analysis and also to help them to develop such kind of activities. Thank you.
Thank you, Narcis.
Okay, thank you, Narcis, so much. And now I would like to hear a short summary from group number 2.
So in our group number 2, the first idea of activities that could help the well-being, which has been mentioned, was to practice charity. So first it started, okay, people in the street which have hunger, which are dying, which have no place to live, etc. And then we asked, okay, but do we know examples of groups in Europe which are practicing charity. We know that in Brazil it's very common, most of the Spiritist groups have this, but in Europe we could find only very few examples of practicing this type of charity, or material charity, let's say so. Then came also the advice to that there are a lot of existing institutions which are practicing this charity, like Red Cross, like Resto du Cœur, like Abbé Pierre, or like whatever, and that are very well organized this decade to practice it. So came the idea to collaborate with such institutions to practice this material charity. Then came also the idea, okay, material charity is one thing, but there are other forms of charity, which is also the moral charity, which, for which there is much less existing organization helping people. Then came the ideas for depression, for suicide, to visit older people in hospitals, and then came also the advice, okay, let's do then attendiment fraterno or fraternal counseling within the groups, which is a quite known activity, and where this form of moral charity can be done within the Spiritist groups. Several examples have been mentioned. For instance, younger people who have a natural mediumship and who doesn't know what it is, and that are not adequately helped by the existing psychiatrics or so whatsoever, giving a lot of medicine, pills, and sometimes even putting into some psychiatric hospitals, while these young people, they have nothing. They have just a mediumship that is not controlled and also not understood by these psychiatrists, which follow a pure materialist paradigm. And came then the ideas of how to help in these cases. So what has been determined is this fraternal counseling, but also dissemination of the Spiritist teachings, which are helping these people to understand what's happening. So a lot of means of dissemination can be nowadays more in internet, can be also participating in some other general events where there is an opening for dissemination. For instance, in Germany there is a Night of Religions, or other type of gathering, spiritualist circles in Estonia. Several examples have been given in this. Then came also aware that this type of fraternal counseling needs training. It should not be improvised by the workers in the Spiritist groups. And this is something where the International Spiritist Council can help. There are also the prevention of euthanasia, for instance, which has been talked about. It's something that it is, there are big supporting groups encouraging to legalize euthanasia. And also they make this pressure because they have only the materialist view. They do not have the spiritualist view. So it's another example where within the dissemination we can help in preventing too much legalization in this field. Bon, then we talked also about giving a better idea of what is Spiritism and what it is not, because on the internet, sometimes even in Wikipedia, you have some information about Spiritism which are wrong. So this is also a big work in order to have the Spiritist movement better recognized and understood by the people who need it. We talked also about abortion, euthanasia, but also abortion. That we should really promote and organize better our communication in internet in order to help the people understanding why it is not good, and to make a contrast with the traditional dogmatic approach with things like God will punish you if you do it, and this type of argument that are less and less working nowadays, where the people they want to understand before they believe something. Also, some examples have been given for there are some healing diploma in UK, so where spiritist workers can have this diploma, which then in turn is opening a lot of doors, even to access in hospices or people, or even hospitals or this type of places. And very at the end, we also talked about another activity that spiritist groups can do in order to improve the well-being, which is education of children. So education which is of course not limited to the instruction which is normally very well organized by the governments of our countries, but this education which is also giving good habits and helping young people, children to become good children, and then of course in turn good older people. So if somebody of the group wants to add something, or if I missed some points.
Charles, I want to add the
You were not in the group too. That's okay.
Get to know spiritism. Like you talked about the leaflets there.
Yes.
Get to know spiritism leaflet.
We have get to know spiritism. What is spiritism, né? O que é o espiritismo e conheça o espiritismo. Esses leafletos, they are in 18 languages now, so every country can have your own leaflet. So we have everything on the internet as well, so can download, can put in the name and the address of your group, and can spread this everywhere, live in the streets, live in the cafes, or everywhere that people want to know about. Take the leaflet, take the address, or even a telephone number, and can contact the group from the city.
Okay.
Okay, but okay, we are now up group. Thank you, Charles. And now group number 3.
Okay. So group number 3. Where are we? I think we're back there. Yeah, we discussed a lot of things that were already discussed in the other groups. We started talking about the moments of fraternity and children. Then we had a discussion about that the word Spiritism has a bad connotation in Europe, so there are a lot of people that resisted. Then we talked about families being broken, people are worn out, but the society at the same time avoids healing, so it's difficult to both ask for help and also to reach out to people for...
Slow. I'm slow.
But I'll give everything to you in writing.
Okay, but please talk slow.
Okay, okay.
I'm also.
Okay. So yeah, we talked about the challenge of people asking for help and reaching out to others for help. And the fact that everybody, we get into the circle where we have selfish parents in a selfish life raising selfish children who in turn will become selfish themselves. So we need to break that circle somehow. The things that the team came up with was one is moral charity. It seems to be the biggest need here. In Brazil there are a lot of opportunities to do physical material charity, and here there's opportunity to do moral charity. We talked about showing by doing, and as was discussed in the morning, we can live these principles and you know, apply them in our own lives, and this way we can create curiosity from others and our families. Second, we talked about sharing information. There was an example in Ireland where the interactive lectures have reached out to a lot of people, and that's the moment to, you know, spread the word, give a little bit of explanations, and also allow questions, and have the books for sale. Then we talked about fraternal assistance. Was the number 3, is to, you know, reaching to individuals, and by doing that, helping them open up and talk about their own problems, and by doing so also exposing Spiritism. Then we have a very nice conversation about prayers, that we can do that without asking for permission of others. So we can pray for everybody, and when we pray in groups, we can be a lot more powerful. So that's something that we can do very easily. Then we talked about media and the fact that we have all the novelties of videos and newsletters to reach people, and we can do that and spread things. And number 6, we can join forces and we can help each other. Did I miss anything?
Yes, bookshop.
Bookshop. Okay. I think it's on the one we talked about. The book fairs, you said. The book fairs, yeah, that's right. So we talked about book fairs. Anything else?
I'd like to add something which was not here told is the power of the example, which I think is the most powerful.
I'd like to add something which was not taken in consideration here is the power of the example. I think the power of an example is one of the most powerful way to disseminate the information in different kind of cultures, different kind of groups, different kind of activities.
Okay, first of all, I would like to now collect some comments from you. And Elsa gave already the first comment, which is information regarding Medical Spiritist Congress, which will be arranged which dates?
My comment is, since 2003, the International Medical Spiritist Association is bringing to Europe the first congresses, first in 2003 in Spain, and the second one in 2007 in the UK. After the UK, that came doctors and people from all the countries in Europe. So it started doing their own congresses in Germany, in Netherlands, and even in Poland. They had some events in Portugal, etc., etc. So now it's easy because doctor only listen doctor. So they can talk for the doctors, for the countries, and the doctor is changing the way to change the patients. And in the UK, the psychiatrists, doctors are sending people to our Spiritist center to help them with mediumship, hearing voices. They didn't help these people, but they are sending to us. They believe in us because we exchange ideas. I'm not a doctor. I do fraternal assistance with my love. My voice is from my heart. And what I say from my heart help these people to understand Spiritism, to understand that they are not crazy, so they come to the Spiritist Center. They are the ones that will be example for others and others. So we keep going with our medical Spiritist congresses, events, even for one day. Please do in your country. We help you. International Medical Spiritist Association is helping to spread the world, the science world, scientific point of view of Spiritism. Thank you.
Thank you, Elsa. So I would like to highlight one thing what Narcis said. Really, it was not so much at the beginning of the beautiful theory. It was to look in the example. To seeing these kind of things happening, the people doing so much for other people, with so much devotion. It touched us deep. So we should be able to show in our life these kind of examples. So I would like to say that this was very good comment. I would like to put some things here and I would like to ask your collaboration for that. So second thing is this Spiritist Congress. This AME International, it's especially for medical doctors, but it gives good information in our skeptical, let's say, society where we are. So in next time it is done in England. We have leaflet regarding that. There it is printed. Sorry, I didn't have time to put in the wall, but Elsa for sure will tell more information. It's during this month. But why not to make it in Romania? Why not to make it in Germany? Okay, sorry, I'm so ignorant. Okay, why not to make it in Finland? Okay, sounds good idea. But anyway, and there is really dedicated people ready to do. Why not to do it in Lithuania? I don't mean that it must be done in the next year, next month, because we have to plan it. But since we are having to will do it and realize that we see that that's important, then we will say, okay, let's make it the first time 2016 or 2017. I feel I'm alone, I can't do it. Then we will contact the people and we will help. We will make it happen. It has been actually done in Finland even. That with participation of over 100 persons, and it was made in Helsinki Medical University. It was two to 3 years ago, and it was success. So it's very good. One thing what I heard you were saying, I'm just repeating what you were saying, but I think that there was bring information or bring I know that you were making that kind of that bookstore. Sometimes it's really true that these books are not available. Even the people are, let's say, would be interested for that, but these books are not available in the local language. So it's really important that every country there is some local contact where you can buy books. So I see this book store and, how to say, promoting books in own language. It's very important. Okay, I will make these things. I used to think that way and talk and write. Okay, but I think that's, and I didn't hear nobody to mention study group, or did I hear it correctly? Did I miss something? Nobody was not talking about study groups. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Study group. Because I can tell you in Finland, everything started, really happened to organize it and growing way, only from the starting of the study group. And the first lessons, there was only me and spirits. That's the truth. There was nobody else. But there were very good spirits there. But anyway, we need to start and we need to do these things. But anyway, it was my experience also that this established study group, and with established time,